Hello aspirants, welcome to my YouTube channel. This video series covers complete Indian polity in English. Let's get started. So, the first topic we are going to study is Preamble. In Preamble, we'll study the meaning of Preamble. Secondly, we'll study the idea from which we derived Preamble in background topic. Thirdly, we will study the content of Preamble or the text of Preamble. The fourth topic we study is the purpose of Preamble. That is, just by seeing the Preamble, what one understands. So, that is studied under purpose or the significance of Preamble. So, the next topic is characteristics of Preamble. That is, we say Preamble is non-justiciable, Preamble is amendable. So, we are going to learn the meaning of those terms in characteristics. Nextly, in the text of Preamble, there are various terms like sovereign, socialist, secular, democratic, republic, liberty, fraternity, equality. So, all these terms we are going to understand in the topic terms. So, firstly, let's study the meaning of Preamble. We know if we take any book, the first page to the book, we will have a preface to the book, or it is also called as foreword. So, just by reading the preface or foreword, we will understand the entire summary of book. That is, we will understand what the book is about. Similarly, if you consider Constitution as a book, we know Constitution is a rule book. Right, so just by seeing the preamble, we will understand the entire philosophy of Constitution. So, preamble is nothing but the preface or foreword of Constitution. So, the preamble, we can also say it as the preamble is introduction of Constitution, or else we can say preamble is summary of Constitution, or preamble is philosophy of Constitution. After understanding the meaning of preamble, we must know the idea behind having preamble to our Constitution. So, the idea behind having preamble, it came from American Constitution, that is from USA. So, the next opening words, that is, we know preamble starts with "We the people of India." So, this opening words, "We the people," this was also derived from American Constitution. So, these two was derived from USA. The next thing, the content or the text of preamble was derived from objective resolutions. So, the meaning of objective resolutions we might have already studied in history. So, the next topic we are going to study under preamble is the content or the text of preamble. So, this is the text of preamble. The entire text of preamble, it is very important to know it by heart because it may be directly asked in mains examination. So, next topic we are going to study is the purpose of preamble. In the purpose of preamble, that is, what is the purpose? That is what one understands just by seeing the preamble. One understands just by seeing the preamble. That is the purpose of preamble. That is, if we see the first sentence, the people of India, we the people of India, and the last sentence, to ourselves, give to ourselves. So, this is telling that people of India is the supreme, the source of authority of Constitution, or the supreme authority of Constitution. So, the first purpose that the preamble is telling us, the people are supreme, or people is the source of authority of Constitution. For the government, we know the source of power is Constitution. Similarly, for Constitution, the source of power is people. So, people is supreme authority, or people is the supreme power of Constitution. So, the next thing, by reading preamble, we understand the next lines. It says sovereign, socialist, secular, democratic, republic. That is to constitute India into sovereign, socialist, secular, democratic, republic. So these lines tells the nature of Indian state. So the next point we understand is the nature of Indian state. As we move on, the next lines tells justice, liberty, equality, fraternity. So all these are the objectives that the Indian state aspires to achieve. So the next line it tells about the objectives of Indian state. So just by seeing the text or the content of preamble, the first thing that we understand is the source or the source of power of constitution, that is the people. Second thing we understand is the nature of Indian state. Third thing we understand is the objectives of Indian state. And the fourth thing we understand is this date, that is 26th day of November 1949. This gives the date of adoption of our constitution. So in our constituent assembly, so this is the place of adoption of our constitution. So this is what we understand just by seeing the text of preamble. Next we have is characteristics of preamble. Firstly, it says preamble is non-justiciable in nature. Non-justiciable, that means it is not legally enforceable by courts. You can't directly approach courts, any courts, for violation of preamble. So that is the meaning of characteristics. That is the meaning of non-justiciable in nature. So the next characteristic is preamble is amendable in nature. That is amendable. That is you can make changes to preamble. Yes, preamble changes was made to preamble once before. That is through the 42nd Constitutional Amendment Act of 1976. Through this Constitutional Amendment Act, 3 words were added to the preamble, that is socialist, secular and integrity. While making amendment to the preamble, one must know that the basic structure of the preamble shouldn't be altered. That is, what is the meaning of basic structure? It is not defined anywhere in constitution. This was also asked in prelims. So the basic structure is not defined in constitution. So what constitutes basic structure? It was defined by Supreme Court in its various judgments. So these basic structure elements shouldn't be altered or changed while making amendments to the preamble. So the next question comes is preamble part of constitution? Earlier in Berupari Union case, it was said that no, preamble is not part of constitution. Whereas in Keshavananda Bharati case, it was said that preamble is part of constitution. Yes, the present status is preamble is part of constitution. Thank you.